We're checking into Psyck. Psyck.
Yo, check it out. It's a Psyck Discussion.
Psyck.
You tuned in to Psyck Discussions. You are now listening to a Psyck Discussion.
Yo, welcome back to another episode of Psyck Discussion.
Sick.
As always, it's your boy Reggie So Dope.
What up, it's Devin.
Oh, we're not going in the line?
We have an order.
We are not in order.
That threw me off. Okay.
It's your boy Reggie So Dope.
What up, it's Devin.
Yo, this my heart.
And welcome to another episode of Psyck Discussion. As y'all see, we're in a brand new location, brand new sitting arrangement.
It's throwing us off. It's definitely throwing me off.
Yeah. We're getting back in the saddle, but we do have another really great episode for y'all today.
Yes.
So today we are going to have a discussion about something that I think is understood but not really talked about.
Mm-hmm.
Today we're going to talk about bro code.
Let's get it.
All right, what is bro code? What's to bro code?
Mm-hmm.
Let's figure this thing out in a very sick way. So
I see what you did there.
you see that. Turn it into a sick code. See that? Even better. Nah, but for real though, what the heck is bro code?
Let me check my handy dandy notebook. I got two things written down. I haven't read this in a second. Let me proofread before I get to spilling tea. It says the bro code is a friendship etiquette to be followed amongst men, or more specifically among members of a bro subculture. And then I got a set of rules meant to be guidelines to live by between bros. The rules began as unwritten rules to follow because I'm not reading the end of this.
It sounds like a cult. It already sounds like a cult.
Because of the pacification of America. I don't know what's going on. That's why I was like, whoa. This is misogynistic.
The Urban Dictionary version of bro code.
Pass it to you, Marv.
Okay. Definitely something that stood out in that structured definition.
Very structured.
It's unwritten rules. Like we just kind of, I don't even know like where we pick these things up from. It's just like, it just don't feel right.
Yeah.
Like, it just seems awkward. Like it's just, when you got close friends, it's just things like you just do not do. It's like unwritten rules, boundaries that's been somehow set that we just know like you don't cross this line. And it's definitely, I think it's real. It's a culture to it.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah, it's definitely just like how we are deciding to friend as brothers.
Right.
So I was on the internet doing some surfing. First of all, there's like 100 laws or 100 rules of bro code. We're not reading all of those. But there are a few that kind of jumped out at me. Yeah. So I just want to see if like these rules apply to like our brotherhood. Okay. So the first one, it used to be bros before hoes, but now we are just so much more progressive as a culture. So bros before partners. We subscribe into that rule.
Did it say that on the sheet you read, or are you changing it yourself?
Well, it definitely said bros before girls. But not everybody, you know, only dates the opposite sex. So bros before partners. Y'all subscribing to that or no?
Not necessarily. Happy partner, happy life. I don't know. Bros before hoes sounded real good in third grade. But when you start living with somebody and then you start having to build a whole like foundation on a relationship where two people become, well, not one. I don't like how that sounds, but whole, you know, you guys are together.
Right.
I don't know if you can just be putting your other half in front of any old bro. It depends on what's happening too, I guess.
Okay, see, I'm here for bros before hoes, but I don't think bros before monogamous relationship. Like if y'all serious, you don't put your bros in front of that. But if there's like a little fling, little
right,
then you gotta get your bros priority.
Right.
I agree.
Okay.
I agree.
All right. Next one. A bro must have another bro's back no matter what. We subscribing to that one?
How scandalous we talking?
What do you do?
I ain't going to jail now. Hold on.
Oh.
See, I think bros are supposed to be ride or die, but it's that no matter what.
It's like,
do I gotta die over this? You know?
This is it.
Like, this the moment I gotta die over. All right, so what's y'all now? Because it don't look like we feeling this no matter what. What is the no matter what where you're like, nah, bro, I'm not doing that with you.
I'm not going. Well, no, I'm not going to jail. So what are we doing?
Going to jail tonight? Not
like
there.
smuggling drugs.
One of us got to.
I don't know exactly, Mark.
Somebody got to let it tell the story. So.
Okay.
The drugs are right there, officer. I
did not know that was in this car, officer.
I am befuddled. I cannot believe what's happening right now, officer.
Start playing slow. Start calling him Asifa instead of Asifa. It wasn't even mine.
Oh my god.
So that no matter what sounded good in high school because the what was much smaller.
It was like fighting, getting suspended for a day, maybe.
All right, cool. I guess we're gonna get in school. All right, no matter what.
Maybe a detention.
Right. But now that like whole lives are in jeopardy as we approach 30.
We got responsibilities.
No matter what is not the thing.
Cook.
Hey, it's Reggie So Dope, and I know you're enjoying this sick content, but I have to tell you about one of our amazing sponsors. Natural Formula is a holistic alternative health service. Their mission, vision, and passion is to increase and expand upon the awareness within a plethora of communities around the world who have never experienced the benefits of holistic alternative health services. They offer raw sea moss gels that come in multiple flavors, weight loss waters, lemonades, teas, drinks to combat erectile dysfunction, drinks that enhances fertility, and so much more. Want to know the benefits of sea moss? Click the link in the bio below to see the 50 plus benefits of this super dope phenomenon. Then head over to naturalformula.com to order a product that will completely enhance the way you take care of yourself. Now, it's back to the show. All right, let's go. Next one. Immediate female family members of other bros are completely off limits. So just immediate family members of your bros are off limits. We subscribing to that one.
Oh, I'm here for that. I always say, like, unless you feel like that's your soulmate, like y'all gonna get married and last, like, don't cross that line. That's how I feel. Like, it just be so awkward for me. But like, if you really feel like, you know, I'm crazy about this person, like, look, bro, I can't tell you who to love and who not to love, but I wouldn't cross that line. Like, it's just too weird.
Yeah, I agree. Unless it's especially like on a pursuit type of thing, like you're pursuing that person's sibling. Like if y'all, I don't know how it will work. Accidentally, like, oops, how did we get here? And it's like, oh God, we might like each other, type of thing. Like, then that might. That's still like, but that might be more. That's better than like your homeboy being like, "Hey, I'm finna go."
Yeah, your sister fine, G. Let me get on that.
Right.
That's not. That's violation. All right, getting a little more spicy. A bro's girlfriend and any ex is also off limits. Or a bro's partner and any of their exes is also off limits. You know what?
After it could expire, maybe. I don't know. Maybe after like if it's 5 years ago or something like long. Like, but if it's like 2 months from now, it's like y'all was plotting. This was a plot. I've been deceived.
You know what? Hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray.
Run amok.
You know what? I just think like, even though time heals all, I just feel like there's so many other people in the world. Like, don't even like develop space for that level of tension. You know what I mean? I'm just like, let's just leave
for
the
it to
exes
even happen. Like that's my whole. Especially if it's like they didn't know the ex before, like y'all were even a thing. So it's like, when I'm done, you're supposed to be done. It's not like you grew up with her and like known her since like the first grade type of thing or something like that. Then that's kind of trying to be devil's advocate. But it was like, if you know the ex through me, it should be ended when we ended.
Yeah, I agree. Well, I have a crazy or interesting perspective on this because I've been on both sides.
Yes.
So I've had like someone real close to me, like mess with someone I used to date. And like I didn't really care. Like, I mean, we still cool. Like, it is what it is. I don't care. But I did it to someone else, and I was like, that shit just never sat right with me. I would never ever do this again. Like, I don't mind if someone does it to me. Like, personally, I think when I move on, I'm pretty much good, unless I tell that friend like, don't cross that line.
Right.
But like when it was the other way around, I was like, I don't be caring, so I'm just gonna do my thing. And I was like, no, that's not okay. I'll never do this again. So,
okay.
No, don't cross that line. Be better than me.
Be better than Swap.
Be better than me. Don't cross that line. It's not worth it.
Okay, getting a little more spicy. If you catch a bro's partner cheating, you inform him every time.
Every time?
Every time.
Every time.
Wait, read that again.
So, I mean, if it's a new partner, you catch them cheating. Just
I see what you're saying. Okay.
Every time you see, you know, your bro's partner's cheating, you got to let them know every single time.
Yes, unless they got some kind of arrangement I don't know about. Like, what is going? Like, why are they out here wild? And every time I go to the bar, they here with a whole other person. Yeah. I don't know.
No, you're
so it's a yeah. It's a yeah for you too?
Absolutely.
And I got pictures.
Listen, even something as simple as like, if you even look like you flirting, I gotta let bro know my loyalty is to my brother. Okay. You know what I mean? Because and even if it's not, bro could come back like, oh no, that's just their cousin. Listen, I just want you to know I got your back.
Let you know,
I synced it.
Exactly.
And I'm telling.
Because I would just never want a situation to happen to where my bro finds out that I knew or I suspected something and I did nothing.
Right.
Because then they gonna displace all that anger on me. Nope, I'm a ride with bro. we ain't displacing anger. We going to therapy in 2022.
Okay.
So not happening.
Okay. I'm here for that.
Okay. Few more.
Uh-oh.
Oh man, read it already. Spit it out.
When a bro finds another bro's partner annoying, he must stay silent until they break up.
No.
Not happening.
No, I'm not subscribing to that one.
You got 5 minutes.
No.
I'm like, bro, can you go on? Like, what is going on?
Yo, what's wrong with Shorty, bro?
Because that they might never break up, and then you just annoyed forever.
Yeah,
no, I'm not subscribing to that one.
I'm not with that one. I'm not with that one. If your partner bogus, if they work, no.
I gotta stay away.
And we even do things where, like, before we even make some things official with people, they got to meet the homies and come around the crew because we almost got to validate, like, all right, this works. This is good for you. You know what I mean?
All right.
I'm telling you, if your partner's fucking annoying. So don't bring girl around me. True homie for real. Ask my nigga for real.
Truth teller for real. Ask Reggie for real. Yeah.
And if it's real annoying, I'ma text you while they still talking to me. I'ma send that message and then I'ma look at you out the corner of my eye.
For you to read it.
Until read it. Get this person away from me. They're talking me to death.
Are you serious to me right now?
Okay.
All right. Okay. So when a bro's partner asks you where he is, you have no idea. So if the partner hits you up like, hey, have you seen Dev? Have you seen Marv? Every time, I have no idea where they are. Yeah, with that one, just never giving your homie's partner the location.
Well, I have before, and I was like, "Oops, I didn't know. My bad."
No.
It was some. I think we had a question about this later, but I'm gonna just tell the story now. It was something stupid though. Like we were hooping at like the rec, and I guess he wasn't supposed to be at the rec, child, or he was somewhere else. And I'm like, why are you lying about hooping? How is that my fault? Like, they seen you in my story. Why are you in the video? You know, they follow me.
Wow, okay.
It's
That's
like,
different.
now I can't lie.
Okay,
It's on candid camera.
Yeah.
We are at the rec hooping. You are not wherever doing homework, wherever you told them that you were at.
Mm-hmm.
You're not.
You're not, and you're on people's Snapchat.
Mm-hmm.
So we can't really be mad at me.
In the camera if you out here lying. Like,
Yeah, you're right.
I'm not giving up that location.
I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
Wherever he or she said you were, that's where they at.
I'm hitting up, bro. Hey, bro, your shorty looking for you.
Hey, where you at?
Where you at?
Sorry, where you at?
And I'm going to send an emoji to just let me know. Whatever you tell me, that's what it is. So I like to send a gift or something like that in that moment. So, you know, like, I'm saying whatever you say.
Right.
Send like a note-taking gift. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
All right, two more. If a bro volunteers to do the food or alcohol run, he is entitled to claim all the leftover change. So if we say, hey, we're going to get a bottle, everybody put on any leftover change, the bro who goes to get it gets to keep it.
No. He might come back with some Amsterdam. $100.
5 years.
$80.
We all put on for some chicken, bro. Grab 25 wings and keep $50.
I feel like that. Yeah,
Nah, we need
we
receipts.
go for the receipt.
Right,
Send the receipt to the chat.
Legit, if it's $2-3, we'll determine you keep that, but
okay.
you're not keeping a whole 15. You ain't keeping a dub.
Yeah.
It ain't happening.
Right.
All
You
right,
might get
last
an extra
one.
5 cents or something.
Something.
Last one. A bro is not required to remember another bro's birthday, nor does he fuss when his birthday was forgotten. Hell no.
Not with all this technology stuff. You got Facebook to remind you. You got your calendar to remind you. Hell, if you put it in the person's contact name, it will pop up in your calendar.
If you ever send happy birthday to somebody, your phone will be like, hey, want to remember this? So, I'm be mad as hell if my bros, like my friends, forget my birthday.
Yeah.
I am absolutely fussing about it.
I feel you.
You better been going through some life situation for me to not get no birthday call or text.
Something serious.
Facts.
I don't subscribe to that.
Facts. Okay.
Already know.
So, and that was just 10 out of like 100. We may cover more on our brand new show, Psyck Code. All right. So be on the lookout for that. But now let's really get into our conversation. Like, how do you hold bros accountable? We talked about bro code and it's this unwritten rule, but because it's unwritten, sometimes people be getting away with murder when it comes down to the friendship. So like, how do you hold bros accountable? Spicy.
Said Marv.
Can I get a spicy nugget?
Holding no accountable, you gotta keep it 100, especially if like this is a legit friend. Like you gotta realize like you gonna hurt feelings sometimes, but you just can't really care about that. Like you said, especially if it's like unwritten rules. You see your bro moving a little funny or doing something you don't subscribe to. Like I say, just bring it to him. Like be 100. Like yo, like what's up with A, B, and C? And then if y'all talking about it and like y'all not seeing eye to eye, I feel like you did your part. Like okay, I was just trying to see what was up, but. I'm just like, like, I don't really rock with what you're doing. Or if it's like towards another friend or something else, you'd be like, hey, that ain't got nothing to do with me. I just want to clear the air just to make sure I'm good. So I'm going to stay out of that. So I say just keep it 100 and just talk to them straight up.
That makes sense. That makes sense, Dev.
I definitely agree. I feel like when you get deeper, even in a friendship, the bro code becomes more like accountability and boundaries. And like at a certain point, you're like the circle you're with, like, how to move, how to do things, how to do X, Y, and Z. And it just becomes kind of like a part of life. And then like, when something's like crossed, it's like, now that's not supposed to happen. And that's not how we do this. No. So now we have to talk about it and see like, why are you moving a little funny? What's going on, man?
Yeah, no, likewise. I think that's it. Like just don't even allow that wiggle room for bullshit to take place. As the relationships always get deeper, man, it's always okay to like check back in with boundaries or like we change as people. So even if it was a boundary that didn't exist, like we can create the boundary now. Boundaries feel so like robotic to relationships at first because it's almost like a confrontation. Where it's like, hey, here's the things I'm kind of fucking with now, or I'm not really rocking with these things no more.
Mm-hmm.
Like it feels hard to initiate sometimes, but once you just get that boundary out there, it's much easier to follow. And so you set that boundary, and as things happen, so when you vent to me, now I'm like, listen, if there's a lie in your venting session, I will say like, the math ain't mathing. Hold up. You can vent, but like also I'm not gonna allow you to just spew lies, because most of the times when you vent, I'm not the only person you vent to.
All right.
And the story get juicier every time you tell it. So like it's just how I hold people accountable. We just reaffirm these boundaries, and like I stay true to the boundaries that we set.
Cool.
All right. So like now that we've addressed boundaries or just holding people accountable, can bro code be broken? Right, because it's unwritten rules already. Right, and then it's like, okay, this is how you hold people accountable. Maybe not, but now like, can bro code just be completely broken?
No. Which rules are we talking about broken? Like, are we talking about the silly rules of like, bro cannot apply sunscreen to another bro? Like, I'm gonna put sunscreen on Reggie's back if we're in Mexico.
Yeah, legit cannot reach my back. Like, that's okay. That's a good point.
So some can be broken, some can't.
I guess
it's like the ones that shouldn't be broken are like not even code. It's all more so law at a certain point. But like the little silly ones, those are for play.
Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. That's a good point.
But if we talking about, I don't know, what's the serious bro code?
Like dating a bro's like ex.
Yes. Yeah. Like then that's like a boundary it's like, we shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah. Fuck me, okay.
I'm gonna agree, because you're right. There are some that's just more important than others, and there are some pieces or parts of bro code that I don't even think we subscribe to as black people. So it's like, can't break a rule I don't know exists. Cannot break a rule I do not know exists.
Pretty much,
you know. So, but the ones we do know is like, hell yeah, bro code can be broken.
Yeah, it can be broken.
And so if bro code is broken, then like, have y'all ever broken bro code before?
Yeah, I heard you say I broke bro code. I have, and
especially the silly ones. The silly ones. I got another silly one written down.
Let's go. Story time, Dev.
It's a silly one. I didn't say a serious one.
Kidding.
Put me in the spot. I already said I lied to my. I didn't lie enough for my friend, and he got in trouble.
Yeah, true.
But like bro code is another silly one is bros can't use umbrellas. Broken. I've broken that plenty of times. Like you can't use like bro. Like if you're a guy, you're not supposed to use an umbrella. Like you're just supposed to be wet and sick.
Yeah, like
just wet and sick.
Yeah, that sounds dumb.
Yeah, I'm gonna use an umbrella every time it's raining.
Yeah, it's a few that now that I'm back at the rules, like there's one where like a bro must return the favor when another bro buys a round of drinks. Nah, I may not always do that. I just might not. What if I'm at my limit?
Yes, and like, what if I didn't ask? Like you gotta like that's pre-planned. Like okay, we going out with drinks. Then okay, it's gonna be like, oh, I got this, Marv. You got the next. Okay, Reggie. What if it's a random thing and you just like expecting me to get rounds for, especially if it's a bunch of people I don't know. If it's like 10 people and like, okay, you got it, baller, but I ain't finna buy rounds for 10 people I don't know.
Yeah,
I feel you.
Yeah, you're right. Or even this one, 30, a bro must not fuss when another bro doesn't reply to his text, calls, emails. First time, not really. Second time, all right, bro. You done avoided me 3 times in a row. I'm cussing your ass out.
Right.
We got to, something got to happen. We checked. So yeah, nah.
Yeah, no.
No, I don't.
I'm not here for that. That sounds crazy.
It sounds absolutely crazy.
Yeah, that's not it.
Now I'm trying to think of a time though I've actually broken bro code. Well, I mean, I guess that's one of them. I have had friends who are like, all right, bro, I got this drink. It's cool. And I'm like, all right, thank you.
All right, bet.
Hey, bro, right. Bro giving out drinks, bro. He going crazy. He got that bag.
Right.
Well, gee, thanks.
This one's not on me. They be trying to force rounds on you.
Marv, you got this round? Huh?
No, first one's on me, next one on day.
I had the last one, right? You got this one? No, I'm actually getting ready to leave.
I didn't even plan on drinking tonight, actually. I didn't even ask for the drink, but okay, I'll take it.
Like, I took the last one because you just assumed.
Right.
Yeah, maybe next time. But not
this time.
Don't got you at all. Marv, you ever broken bro code?
Yeah, I have.
What happened?
I shared my story earlier in the episode, guys.
Thought we had another one.
Nah.
Sorry. Okay. Well, we are all just only breaking one rule, everybody.
I only broke one.
Okay.
A major one, but nah.
So then, can you fix bro code once it's been broken? Which, and I know we just pick like some actual rules, but like when we think about like loyalty to our brothers and things like that, like if you've really fucked up and like broken bro code, maybe you've told one of your friends secrets on accident, or I mean it can accidentally happen, right? How do you fix bro code then once it's broken?
If it's detrimental. Well, nice knowing you, buddy. Can't fix it. Cause I'm petty, but I might get over it. Then I might not. I don't know. Depends on my mood that day. It really just depends. I might give you a 5 months probation or something like that. I don't know. But if it's something that you shouldn't be, like we discussed, and like I don't do that and we don't do that to each other, and then you just do it, and it's just like, well, fuck me then. And fuck you, because I'm not talking to you anymore. That's it. That's all. No explaining.
Okay. I'll take that.
Okay.
So, Dev, you said you cannot fix bro code at all once it's broken.
I'm dramatic, so maybe after a while I come to my senses, maybe. But in the moment, it's at least 2 to 4 weeks of fuck you.
Okay, that's valid.
But yes,
I'll rock with it.
That's valid.
It depends on the rule that's broken. Like if I tell you something that I didn't want out there, and like you tell another friend and I find out, I'll be mad, but I can get over something like that depending on what I told you. But like, I don't know if it's something like I said, my sister's younger, but if I had an older sister and I found like a bro was like messing with her on the low and like he didn't come to me and talk to me about it, I bet that's a little shady. Like, yeah, I might still talk to you, but I feel like it just wouldn't be the same energy there. So like, I don't know if it's fixed. Like, I guess we get past that kind of, but I'm still kind of holding on to it. So it's not really fixed. So it definitely depends on the rule. Like I may be like, okay, whatever, but low key, I'm still kind of salty. I just can't get past it. So like, it's not really fixed.
Okay. So then how can you fix bro code? Like if it's been broken, we know there's an issue here. How can we fix those things? Dev is still like, give me my time. You had 2 to 4 weeks to fuck you.
Still on probation.
I'm trying to think. I mean,
things can be fixed with like a conversation, but like what Marv said, there's no guarantee that I could ever like just forget and forgive of what happened. Like maybe we could, if falling back and being cordial is what we end up being, then that's what happens. Yeah. And if we never get back to that level that we once were at, then oh well. Can't say we didn't try, and then I didn't cut you off forever like I initially wanted to.
No.
Not initially.
I mean, but that's how I am, because like I definitely had a moment where like bro code was just broken in so many levels, with like me and a group of like brothers. And as time progressed and I got over the things, just because I'm over it, like doesn't mean I'm invested in us sharing energy again. You know, and so like, there's been some like closure conversations that have taken place, some that never will. But I think about those who I've reconciled with, and like, we're not back to how we were before, only because I'm sorry, for me, like there's a lot of things you can do. But when you completely like either snake a friend or you don't ride for a friend even in their absence, those are just characteristics that I could never respect. You know what I mean? And so if it's something that heavy where like your loyalty was tested and you failed, there's no fixing that. Like that, we cooked rotisserie. This is smoke. Like it's over with. You know what I mean? Fried bologna sandwich. It's through.
Yeah.
You know, so it does depend on the severity.
Yeah, especially if it's like even a situation of where the conversation fully wasn't even had or resolved, and then they just pop back up like nothing ever happened. Then it's like, I'm really just gonna ignore you. I don't care if we're in the same space. I will shake the person next to you's hand and keep walking.
Okay, so see, I feel like the only hope you can have at fixing it is like, I feel like it's two key components, and it's like goes to each bro. So like the one that messed up, you have to take like accountability and like acknowledge what you did is wrong. Like you can't just say like, man, my bad, G, like I messed up. Like you have to legit like acknowledge what you did and like, you know, tell like what I did was wrong. I know what I did was wrong and completely own up to it 100%. And the bro that got snaked or did wrong, like you have to truly decide, like you can't play the fence. Like either I'm going to forgive this person and we're going to keep building on our friendship, or I'm not going to forgive this person. Like you can't ride the fence because you're going to only piss yourself off. Like faking like you cool around this bro, like even though you're not, like what they do going to agitate you, or if they do like the like slightest little thing to make you upset, like you like, fuck them again. So like you have to decide like we gonna do this or we not. So I think that those are like the two things that may fix it if it could be fixed.
That's real. So now we're gonna go left, but kind of left, but not really. Can you outgrow bro code? So like clearly it could be broken. And it seems as though it can be fixed. But like, can you actually outgrow the laws or the rules or whatever that y'all have created for like a group of men or girls? Because girls could be a part of bro code too. That's actually one of the rules. Like there could be girl bros, and you also can't like have sex with girl bros. You know, but like, yeah, can you just outgrow the entire thing?
Well, the easy answer is say yes, especially to the small petty bro code things. But even on a grander scale, I mean, you can always outgrow people. Like you could be somebody's best friend, and then all of a sudden it's like, y'all slowly stop talking. It's like there's no beef, but like the friendship kind of just, I don't know, expired, and it's like sometimes that happens.
Yeah.
It can definitely be outgrown. Like the silly ones, like Dave said, of course, that's just gonna go away with time, I think. But the ones I guess that hold more weight to us and like society that follows bro code, I think as you get older, like some of it you may not agree with, but you have to have conversations with said bro. Like if you're gonna cross a boundary that you felt like back in the day, like I would never cross this, like this bro code to the fact, you gotta like talk to that person and like, yo, how would you feel about if I talk to your sister, bro, like, you know, we've been kind of vibing lately, but you have to like be a man about it or a woman about it and like go to your friend and talk to them directly. Like you can't just fall back on bro code and be like, I'm just gonna do what I want to do now. Like, no, you just gotta talk to people. So it can be outgrown.
Absolutely. I agree. Because there's this, even with some of the bigger laws and even the way that we view loyalty sometimes, we keep changing and we keep growing and adapting. So it's like, especially when it comes down to relationships, like 10 years ago, we would be so invested in one another's relationships. You know what I mean? And now it's like, we talk about it when you bring it up. You know what I mean? Like, so I can't sit here and try to enforce bro code laws and rules on relationships when we literally only talk about relationships when the person in it brings it up. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think absolutely we can outgrow all of this stuff. But then there's just key components. I think bro code starts to leave as more like boundaries are set.
Yeah.
Then it's like, what the hell are you crossing? Like boundaries are the basis of our frifriendships as we get older.
Right.
You know? And so, yeah, we outgrown all that. If I'm going to be honest. Well, next question was to tell the time you had to, well, when should you cut ties with a brother? But I think we've been clear all season, all episode, all pod, when you should cut somebody off. You know what I mean? So, has there been a time where you've had to cut a brother off for violating bro code? Because we know y'all cutting. We all cutting with big pair of scissors here. But like, just when have you had to cut a bro off for violating bro code?
I don't know.
It's a tough one.
It's a tough one.
So for me, there's weird things that happen. Like, so in the workplace, bro code also can exist. Because you can start to become friends with your coworkers, which it's very uncanny. And if you work with a culture not like your own, I do not recommend. But you know, sometimes you do become friends with your coworkers. And so at my place of work currently, it's almost like a war going on, because like admin don't really care about the workers. And so like teachers are catching hell from the students, because that's what students do who are raised by bigger children. You know what I mean? Like they come to school with hell in them. But we're also catching hell from the admin team, because they're just not communicating, and it doesn't seem like they care. And so we're trying to figure out like which teachers are in it to still like love, support the students and stay afloat, while others of course are trying to get close to the new admin team to put their bid in for higher pay and bigger roles or whatever. And I had a coworker who was a part of the brotherhood who I saw out with one of the ops. It was crazy. I went to dinner with a friend. I was just going to dinner to eat. You know, that's what humans do. And I saw them with a very clear op at the workplace. And since then, it's like relationship has not been the same since. Like, I can't even fake it, you know? So it went from like, yo, friend, let's kick it this weekend, to literally, good morning. You have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow. And I don't think that could be fixed. And it's okay, because I probably won't be working there soon.
No, he said I got to get out ASAP.
ASAPual. What about y'all? You got a time where somebody else has violated bro code? Oh shit! Am I still going through puberty? What was that? Bro code. Okay.
Got one, Dave?
I can't think of anything at the moment.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah,
It's okay.
I got a little story. It was a group. It was real close. Like in high school, we kind of kept in contact after high school too. But I feel like it's normal. Like when you got like a group of friends, like sometimes you talk about other friends when they're not around. But I don't feel like it's from like a place of like negativity or like hostility. Like you're not going in on your friends like talking crazy about them behind their back. But I had a friend that was doing that, like about somebody else in our group. And I don't know like, if something happened between them, but like, it just I started to notice it over time. Like he started like saying little jokes. Or like when that said friend, like, will just be like saying something here, like throw little jabs at him. I caught on to it at first, but I was like, okay, it's a little weird. But when he started like talking crazy about him, like just to me, like when he wasn't there, I'm like, yo, like, okay, I see like this is more personal. Like y'all need to work this out, but it just never really sat right with me. Like, I don't feel like you should be going in on your friends like that behind their back, like talking like really down in them. So like, it definitely made me like distance myself, like keep you at arm's length. Like, yo, you a little, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if he did something to you. Like, y'all never brought it up to everybody, and we all cool. We talk about like a lot of shit together. We tend to talk about everything, but we never said nothing. So it was like, I'm gonna kind of fall back on you. Like, that didn't really sit right with me. So we don't talk no more, but it was like gradually, like I slowly started to talk, like fall back and talk to that person less and less because of that situation. So
that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, I do got a kind of a situation to where we definitely had to, well, it wasn't even on purpose before this thing happened, but it's like when that happened, it was no going back. I knew someone I used to go to school with. They're like, I don't know, Mexican, fake, wanna kind of be a part of the culture when it's convenient for them type of thing. And they eventually, like post school, became like a police officer. And even when like all that Black Lives Matter stuff and like all the cop killing and all stuff was happening, they weren't on the right side of that conversation. And it's like, oh, the true colors are kind of showing, or well, plus you don't feel the need that you're able to be strong enough to stick up for the part of the culture that you want to be so involved with. So it's like, once I saw that kind of go down on my timeline, I was like, actually, unfollow. Unfollow on everything. I'm not about to be like triggered by your stupid statements or like statements that have no grounds. And like, knowing you from like back when we were in school, like I don't know how, like where that turn went and how you become that. And it's like, I'm not here to find out, and I'm not like, that's it. That's all.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That was good stuff. Good stuff. Let's start to bring this thing home. Right. And so in typical fashion, we got to give advice to someone who might be new to this and not so true to this. And so what advice do y'all have for someone who wants to be more brotherly?
I feel like I don't know if it sounds easier than done, but like just try to be more open to people, and also don't try to force relationships with people because you think that they're cool and that you guys will get along. Like the best relationships is where you don't have to like try to be something you're not. So like if you in a friendship with someone that, I don't know, you both like anime, it's going to be easy to talk about freaking anime all day and be friends and brotherly and open. But if you talk to someone that hates anime, then they're going to hate everything you're talking about. So it's like,
facts.
Oh, they're cool. They're having fun. I want to be their friend, but you guys have nothing in common. So it's like, you can't really be friends. Like you could be cool, but like if you're looking for like bros for life type of thing, you got to have at least 5 things in common or something like that. I don't want to put a number on it, but like if you got one thing in common with someone,
than differences.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Wow.
Dev definitely touched on what I was going to say. Just be genuine. And from this conversation, like take certain bro code rules with like a grain of salt. Like, yeah, it's not that serious, bro. Like, I think Dev said something like, I'm gonna help bro like rub some sunscreen. I never thought of that, but like if you think about it, like it's kind of stupid. Like I don't mean, you can really like look at your friend crazy, like, hey bro, can you help me with something? Like, you feel like it's a little weird. Like, no, just it's not that serious. So just take certain ones with like a grain of salt, and like you said, just be genuine.
Facts. And my advice for someone who's trying to be more brotherly, like you can bring like your weird stuff to the table. And that all falls under the line of like being your real self, you know, because your weird ass is going to pop out eventually. You know, you might as well do it early so that like you can get comfortable with being your full self around people versus like feel like there's portions of yourself that you have to hide. But like also it's okay to like set boundaries in the beginning. It's okay to just do like little quirky shit, like, or just to be different, you know, that's okay. Like your differences matter in true friendships.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, look at us potting as my voice keeps fading in and out.
Tea, y'all.
Stick over there. I think so. It was that wine I had last night. It's all still in here. All right, but thank y'all so much for tuning in. As always, the world is sick,
but good conversation is the cure.
And we are out.
Sick it is sick. Yo, thank y'all so much for tuning in today's sick content. Please remember to like, subscribe, and comment below. Share with everyone you know, and follow us on everything at Psyck Discussion. Peace.